Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah, nabiyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, wa man tamassaka bi sunnatihi ila yawmiddin. Thumma amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah ala ni'mat al-Islam wa sunnah. All praise and thanks belong to Allah for guiding us to Islam and for guiding us to the Sunnah. Bithnillahi ta'ala, in these next few minutes, I just want to give a short piece of advice, and in particular and specifically to the Muslims who are living in the West, and more specifically to the Muslims who do not have Muslim families and who may only be the only Muslim in their family. We had a tragedy that occurred inside of our community where one of our beloved brothers, he passed away from the coronavirus, and due to him being single and Allah Ta'ala knows best, perhaps the only Muslim in his family, and due to the simple fact that many of the brothers did not know his government name, we were unable to get any information as with regards to the status of our brother. Ala kulli hal, he ended up passing away, and due to his emergency contact being a family member who lives outside of the country, they in turn informed us sometime well after his passing. And this brings to mind a very important fact, that as Muslims here living in being a Muslim minority in this society, we have to take very serious. As we know, every Muslim, whether living in a Muslim land or outside of a Muslim land, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, as it comes in a hadith, and Abdullah ibn Umar, and Abdullah ibn Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, fima rawahu al-Bukhari wa ghayruh, and that which Bukhari he narrates or collects, and other than him, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, ما حق امرئ مسلم له شيء يوصى فيه يبيت ليلتين إلا ووصيته عنده مكتوبة. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that it is a duty upon every Muslim who has something to be left as an inheritance, that they should not go 2 nights without having their will written down. And so I encourage everyone to make sure that they have their affairs in order, that they have their wills written, that they have emergency contacts who consist of individuals from the local Islamic centers, that they even carry with them an emergency contact card. As I know some of the masajid, they have available emergency contact cards that it states in the event of an individual's passing that they are Muslim, and it gives instruction on who to contact and that they are to be buried according to the Islamic law. And these things, they may seem simple and they may seem as if they are givens, but as we see time and time again, they are not, as there have been a number of brothers throughout the years who have passed away and have not had these simple measures in place, and they did not have Muslim families, nor were they married, and what happens is the family ends up coming in and then burying them as either Jews or Christians, or other than the Islamic manner. And there's nothing legally that the masjid or any other institution or any other individual, Muslim individual, can do when the family members step in and decide that they're going to do whatever it is that they want to do. So I encourage everyone, as the Prophet ﷺ encouraged, that if you have anything that's going to be left as an inheritance, then do not go 2 nights without having your will written down. And I encourage everyone who hears my voice from the Muslim community, if you have accepted Islam and you have changed your name amongst the Muslims, but you have not changed your name legally, then inform the administrations of the masajid of your legal name, so that in the event of anything happening, there will be individuals who can at least ascertain your room number if you are admitted into a hospital, so that they may come and visit you and pay you your rights. And to have well-written wills and end-of-life instructions so that you can be buried properly. And I encourage the brothers in general to reach out to one another and to have better communications and to have better relationships, because the fact of not knowing an individual's name, this is something that is very, very, very sad. And I know people have sensitivities as it relates to it. They don't want anyone to know their name prior to Islam. So for those who have those sensitivities, then inform the administrations of the masajid so it could be recorded, so that at least they know. But if you have those who you are close with, then there should be some brothers who know, so that if something happens, we at least know your name and who to contact. And as brothers, we have to be more caring for each other, and we have to have better relationships with each other, and we have to better communicate with each other. And we should know each other's names. We should know where each other's live. We should keep in contact with each other as best we can. I understand people are busy, and I understand the nature of work and things, and many days can go by and a week go by and you forget. But we have to try to do better. And for those brothers who the shaitan has tricked them into thinking that they have some type of entitlement, that they are the ones who people should reach out to them, but they are not required to reach out to others, that I remind them with the simple fact that the phone works both ways. Emails work both ways. Messages, texts work both ways. If you haven't heard from your brothers, don't assume it's due to anything that is ill. Reach out to them, give them salams, see how they're doing, even if it's in a text message. We have to do better in being a community and reaching out to one another and keeping contact with each other. These are just some things that I wanted to say that were sparked, unfortunately, by this tragic incident. But inshallah ta'ala, I hope that we can learn from it and grow from it, and that others may benefit from it. Bithnillahi ta'ala. هذا صلى الله عليه وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وجزاكم الله خيرا.